Hi guys, and welcome to Opinionated Vapers. I hope you had a great weekend. I know I did, with these boys and that boy. Today what we're going to do, we're going to look at a company called Red Vape e-liquid. Now, Red Vape specialise in what you would call the high-end flavours. There's nothing in there that's particularly simple, there's nothing gimmicky. Let's have a look at the bottles. So this one is Havano Gold. Not sure if you can see that. And basically, this is a tobacco flavour. Not really my kind of thing. Haven't vaped tobacco before, so I was a little bit dubious, a bit apprehensive about vaping it. Now the bottles, as you can see, are super cool. Glass strippers. The whole range comes in 50/50, and this flavour is in 6mg. Not great for me. I only vape in 3. Anything above that really blows my chest out. And I've got to say this did a little bit. I've got the rest of the range back here. Pull these forward. These bottles are 15ml, and this is your 30. Like I said, super cool bottle. Quite heavy as well. I do like that. So yeah, let's get to the flavours really. The flavours I've got sent out are Noble Mint, Havano Gold, Angel Berry, Shade, and Trinity Creme. So basically what I'll do is I'll have a look at the flavour, I'll tell you what I thought of it, and then I'll give you a little bit of a rundown on whether I think it's worth the price, how I felt about it in general. I do need to say a great thank you to Red Vape who sent out these cool looking posters with the menus on the back. You've got each side, and they basically sent them out for review, so thank you very much. So we'll start off with, where are we? Noble Mint. If you can see that. So Noble Mint is described as being a complex combination of natural spearmint extract known as Menta spicata, natural Swedish lingonberry extract, and natural red currant extract. That sounds a little too complex for my palate. I'm terrible with it really. I could pick out apple and I could pick out custard probably if I was to be given any flavour with those flavours in. Anything outside of that, I do struggle quite a bit. So Noble Mint for me, the flavours I got from it were mint. I got some kind of fruit, wasn't really sure what kind of fruit that was, but it was a little bit of an undertone to it. It was quite nice, it was quite nice. Because it's only 50/50, you get more flavour than you are really clouds. They are okay, but if you want to blow clouds, you wouldn't really be buying this stuff. You'd be buying this because you wanted the flavours, and nothing else really. The flavour was good, it was quite pleasant, it wasn't overpowering on the mint, which I do quite like. I'm not keen on the menthol flavours, it's got to be said. Price wise, I think these are coming in at about £10 for 15ml. I'll have to double check that, but I think that's what they're coming in at. And I've got to say, probably not worth that price, especially if you can go and buy, the favourite is usually Heisenberg. For the minty flavour, so not really for me, although what you're paying for is, you know, the complex ingredients that they've got in there, the complex flavours that they are there, and you know, there is a lot to them when you're vaping them. It's not just in mint and that's it. There is a lot, you know, there is something else there. So if your palate is more refined, it might be worth you having a try of Red Vape, definitely. So yeah, Noble Mint, not too bad overall. I'd say it was about out of 5, about a 3. I think that's okay. Trinity Creme is described as rich vanilla custard, reduced caramel, and nutmeg. Now that to me sounds like heaven. It absolutely sounds like heaven. This is in 3mg. And it was nice. It was quite nice. I got the caramel more so than custard. Was custard just underneath, and that was okay. Nutmeg, not really. That might just be me. I'm not that great at it, to be perfectly honest. But there was something else there. And like I say, with these flavours, all of them, they're quite robust. There's a lot there. And it might be worth you having a go. If you want something that's not just, I don't know, for example, grandma's custard or grandma's pudding, or any one of those variations really where it's just a crumble and a custard and, you know, something else. But what they haven't done is they haven't put any kind of pastry or biscuit base in there. It is just caramel, custard, and like they say, a little bit of nutmeg. I wasn't really getting it that much, but I would imagine it is there. So if you've got a refined palate, which I don't have at all, it might be worth having a go. Again, that's the 15ml. I quite enjoyed that, but for some reason, even though it was only 3mg, it did sit quite heavy on my chest. I vaped all of these on this little guy here. Dead easy build, just a parallel build. And it was quite heavy on my chest for some reason. I don't know why that was. I stuck it in the tank as well on the TFV8. I got through a tank of that, but it wasn't easy. I don't know why that was. I can't even have a guess at why that was. But yeah, Trinity Creme, quite nice. I would say worth it. Flavour was good. Price, again, the same. It was okay. Is it what it describes? I would say it is. And I would say if you're looking for something that you think, you know, I want a little bit more from my flavour, I want something else in there without just being the straight custard or, you know, the regular variety, then yeah, give it a go, definitely. Angelberry is my favourite that I got sent from Red Vape. It really is. And it's described as raspberry, dewberry, blueberry and Granny Smith apple extract with a hint of natural sweet water mint. Yeah, sweet water mint, never heard of it. Couldn't even begin to describe what that is. I can't taste it in there. Even if I knew what it was, there's nothing a little bit mentholy in there for me. What this did have though, it had the flavours, the berries just in abundance. It was gorgeous. It really, really was. I went through went this on the dripper, enjoyed it, and just kept going on it until I almost sickened myself with it, to be honest. That comes in that's the 3mg of nicotine, and that wasn't heavy on my chest at all. It was really light, really enjoyable, and I'm keeping that one for myself. I will be going through that quite regularly. Definitely worth the price for that Angelberry. Flavour was just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I've got nothing else to say about it. And the smell, when you first crack that, it is just, oh man, it's like a cordial drink, like a dilute berry drink. There's just so much to it, and when you're vaping it, you can just get all of that. Really, it's just absolutely spot on. 5 out of 5 for that. Absolutely loved it. These are your 2 tobacco flavours, Shade and Havano Gold. I'm not gonna lie, I did struggle with these quite a lot, especially on that dripper. It absolutely killed me. I started with the Shade. Now I'll read the description out to you and see if this is something you might fancy. Shade is natural tobacco flavouring, grown under the shade in the Connecticut River. It's used as the outermost layer of high-end cigar brands. It's matured in oak barrels and is a crisp, medium-strength tobacco vape, giving a very smooth inhale and exhale. Now, for those who vape tobacco flavours quite often, I would imagine you're going to get a lot from that. For me, it tasted like the bottom of an ashtray. It really did. I just could not get away with it. And the 6mg was just, I was heaving when I was vaping it. It was just, I was coughing. Oh man, what an absolute mess. Shade is part of the Grand Reserve range. So there's a lot of thought and a lot of time put into creating these flavours. And if you are a tobacco flavour, I would imagine that you would go absolutely crazy for this. It is really, it's quite niche, but there's so much to it. And it's not just as if, you know, it's tobacco, that's it, horrible. It's not. There's just quite a lot to that. You know, kudos to Red Vape for bringing something like this out. And it just looks, you know, I think this company, the way they make everything look is just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. But Shade for me, it's got to be a no. I would not be able to get through a quarter of a tank in a day. I wouldn't. It was just too much. So no. And the final flavour is Havano Gold. This is another tobacco flavour. I'll see if I can find where that is. Natural tobacco flavour and derived from the Cuban Corojo tobacco variety, blended with Corojo tobacco, grown in the Hamastrin Valley of South Honduras. Great, great. To me, tasted like tabs, tasted like a fag. And there's a reason I don't smoke anymore. Not just health, but the taste in my mouth I do not want. I really don't. And this, it really was. This was easier to vape than shade, I've got to say that. It was lighter. It was like, you know, like the golden blend of tobacco, and it was easier, but still, I just couldn't. I couldn't get through it. It did taste nicer. It did. It wasn't as smoky or as heavy, but still, 6 milligram tobacco. Nah, I'm all good with that. Thank you very much. But thanks to Red Vape for sending that out. Absolutely smashing. I got in touch with them via Twitter. Speaking of Twitter, here's a plug. Vape Opinion, if you want to check us out, give us a follow. There will be some stuff going up for review later this week. I know Steve, who does the other part of this channel, he's also got some things going on, including some different reviews. I will be reviewing the H-Priv, and I will be reviewing, if I can get it, the TF-V4 Micro. Just as a heads up, that ain't good. That is really not good. Won't give too much away, but I got it on the Friday and it was, the coils were burnt out by the Monday morning, both of them. Just ridiculous. Put that back up there where it won't be touched again unless I manage to trade it, and if somebody wants that, great. If you like them, give us something to trade for it. So guys, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. If you've got any questions about Red Vape, I'll stick some links in the description below. Let you know, definitely check it out. Let us know what you think of the company. Great. Have a great week. It's only Monday. It can only get better.